Mr. Cumberbatch, I've had my eye on you for a while. And it's great. I've interviewed almost everyone else on the panel in my illustrious career, and I can see your career really going great guns at the moment. You are, of course, since I write for New Zealand, going down there soon. How does it feel to be with these royalty of British cinema as well as going there? And Sherlock Holmes, what are you doing now? Why do you have to fly off and not talk to me?
Oh, hell, don't be like that. We've only just met. I mean, I am the novice at a high table of talent that I've been watching all through my lifetime. And I could probably say I was even more nervous than Gary. I think that's allowed. When I met Mr. Hurt, Mr. Strong, and Gary, and Toby Jones, Kieran Hines, Kathy Burke, Stephen Graham, I could go on. I mean, the list is amazing. I was hugely flattered to be asked to be in the film, and just to hark back to what people were saying earlier about the subtleties of the work, it's the kind of role in the kind of film that you crave to have as an actor because it involves subtle shifts. It's not about everything being on enormous display, whereas I suppose the pyrotechnics of something like Sherlock, fun though they are far more in evidence. There's a lot less subtlety to it. I'm beginning now to forget which of the three questions I haven't answered. Do I think this is my well? I'm having a wonderful time, so I hope it is because it feels great. And like I said, I'm hugely privileged to be here. So as long as I'm doing well by the things I'm being asked to do, then yeah, I suppose it is my moment. I'm very excited about the second season of Sherlock, which I finished last Wednesday. Not with this hair colour. This is for the next job. And yes, I'm very much looking forward to my trip down to New Zealand. So I'm sure we can catch up there. I jumped the queue to punch Tom Hardy in the face. No, I love him dearly. That fell flat, didn't it? Christ. Maybe the translation's coming through slow. No, I adore him. He's a puppy dog of a human being and a very highly talented actor. And we've worked together before with a very different dynamic. So it was quite nice to play his boss and come in heavy. But heavy's not heavy enough for Tom. He kept telling me to hit him harder. And I had to point out that I had a few more scenes to do that day and didn't want to break my knuckles. But no, yeah, I had a great time working with him on Stuart Alive Backwards, and it was lovely to be reunited on this. It's quite loveless. The sacrifice means that you are on your own, you're alienated, and all you're left with is the trust of your colleagues and whatever morality is driving your work as a character in that landscape. And I think you know, there are parallels in life, but I think specifically for this film, it's beautifully drawn out by Peter's script, in adaptation of a masterpiece of backstory for an actor in the form of the novel. So I really drew on that, and obviously conversations with Thomas, and trying to carve out some kind of a back history as well from the book and beyond for my character to understand why there was that loyalty in place to Smiley. For Peter Gwilym, my character, to make those sacrifices. And I think what's brought out beautifully in the film throughout in every quarter of every character's arc and journey through the story is the sacrifice, the level of personal sacrifice. And I have it on very good authority that we touched nerves that are quite true to the lives of those involved in that world. And that's all I can say without being too elliptical, but you can probably guess at what I'm hinting at.
Yeah, I can only repeat what Benedict said, really. The source material tells you